From outside Liberia's capital to Pleasant. Good morning and welcome to Fuka News War. 30 minutes of news presentations about Liberia and Africa and our one war. My name is Lyndon Truba anchoring the segment of news presentation. Coming up in the headlines, President Joseph Boakai donates fleet to LDA reinforces national war on drug. Foreign Ministry workers defend Minister Yanti, health reforms and staff empowerment. LDA arrests 70-year-old woman in West Point drug bros worth over 1 million Liberian dollars. Health Ministry receives 7,000 reading glasses to improve nationwide vision care. And away from Liberia, Israeli President thanked Trump for the incredible efforts to release hostages from Gaza. These plus many more development our package. We're taking a short break. Upon our return, we break you our news bulletin. Welcome back and thanks for joining us on this presentation. Musa Sherry with our news bulletin. Good morning, Musa.
Good morning, Lindo. President Joseph Boakai has dedicated over 15 vehicles to the Labrador Drug Enforcement Agency, reaffirming his government commitment to building a drug-free Liberia. Speaking at the executive mansion, President Boakai stressed that the vehicles symbolize not only logistical support but also discipline and a call to higher national service. It urged LD officers to uphold accountability, integrity, and patriotism, emphasizing that the vehicles must be used strictly for operational purpose. The Liberal leader reaffirmed that his administration remains resolute in the fight against narcotics, prioritizing with protections and national security. Meanwhile, LDA acting officers in charge, Fajera Biago, praised the president's leadership and pledged that the agency will enforce its mandate with renewed energy and transparency. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs Workers Association has firmly dismissed recent media reports alleging corruption, favoritisms, and manipulation within the ministry, describing them as false and misleading propaganda. In a press statement Tuesday, Mufawad defended Foreign Minister Sarah Besler Yanti leadership, highlighting sweeping reforms that have improved staff welfare, transparency, and operational efficiency. The association revealed that over 30 employees have been appointed to foreign missions based on merit, while others have been promoted following years of service and performance. Mufawad also disclosed that the ministry has raised the minimum staff salary from 118 to 250, addressing long-standing disparities and boosting employee morale. Meanwhile, the workers praised Minister Yanti for fostering professionalism and inclusivity. Note that her reform agenda has strengthened the ministry credibility and improved Liberia's global image. The Labrador Drug Enforcement Agency has arrested a 70-year-old woman in township of West Point for allegedly trafficking a banned substance known as Cooj. According to the LDA, the suspect, identified as Lucy Morris, was apprehended by the agency's Special Drug Squad during a targeted operation following a credible intelligence startup. Authorities revealed that the confiscated narcotic substance was concealed in 9 small mineral water bottles with an estimated street value of over 1 million Liberian dollars. The LDA reaffirmed its commitment to dismantling drug trafficking nationwide and warned that traffickers are increasingly using motorcycles and tricycles. Meanwhile, the agency is urging the public to remain vigilant and to report any suspicious drugs-related activities within the community. Police in Kakata have arrested a narcotic drugs dealers through the swift interventions of citizens in Bolola Township. The suspect, identified as Wefu Gesud, age 50, a resident of Sugar Hill community, was apprehended after community members alerted local authorities. According to police sources, Gesud was hailed from the Bela tribe, was handed over to the Labrador Drug Enforcement Agency, LDA Kakata Detachment, for further investigation. The arrest highlights growing community cooperations in the fight against the trafficking and distributions of illicit drugs across Margibi County. Masharado County District 7 Representative Bernard Benson has commended President Joseph Boakai for appointing the leadership of the newly established Liberia National Tourism Authority. Representative Benson noted that the appointments follow the passage of the Liberia National Tourism Authority Act of 2024, a bill he introduced to create an autonomous body dedicated to tourism development. He urged the new leadership to prioritize initiatives that promote Liberia's rich culture, history, and natural beauties on the global stage. Meanwhile, Representative Benson highlighted that the authority replaces the former Department of Tourism and Cultural Affairs under MICAT and will now regulate, manage, and promote sustainable tourism. He reaffirmed his commitment to collaborate with his stakeholders to make tourism a major contributor to job creation, cultural preservation, and national growth. The National Elections Commission says it is incorporating the use of technology, specifically artificial intelligence, into Liberia's electoral process. The historic move marks a significant shift from traditional elections methods towards leveraging modern global technology. Held at the NEC headquarters on Nashville, Cinco Monrovia, the workshop brought together members of the Board of Commissioners and senior managers. According to officials, the initiative aims to enhance capacity building and strengthen the engagement on the potentials of AI in promoting electoral integrity and efficiency. President Joseph Boakai has appointed Princess Cooper as Director General and Doba Morris as Deputy Director General of the newly established Liberian National Tourism Authority. The appointments follow the passage of the 2025 Liberian National Tourism Act, creating the authority under Title 30 of Liberia's Public Authorities Law Framework. The Liberian National Tourism Authority aims to revitalize the tourism sectors, promote national heritage, and rebrand Liberia as a distinctive global travel and investment destination. President Boakai expressed confidence in the appointees' leadership to draft planning, research, and development programs within the country's growing tourism and hospitality industry. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has reaffirmed its commitment to transparency and justice in the alleged rape case involving former Deputy Youth and Sport Minister Brian McGill. According to the Minister, its legal team is working closely with the Liberia National Police to ensure due process, warning the public against politicizing or prejudging the case. The ministry assured that the investigations remains independent and free from interference, vowing that no stone will be left unturned in the pursuit of justice. Meanwhile, the ministry praised resident of Vitan for arresting 34-year-old Sandra Cromand, accused of raping a 14-year-old girl who is now receiving medical and psychological care. Officials described the act as inhuman and reprehensible and urged communities to stay alert and report all forms of sexual and gender-based violence. The Liberian National Police has taken disciplinary actions against several officers following investigations and recommendations from its Professional Standards Division. Police spokesperson Cecilia Clark disclosed that in September 2025, officers faced suspensions, dismisses, exonerations, and temporary dispensations for violating duties, ethics, and internal regulations. Those suspended include Vivian Bollit, Patrolman Ruben Kasawent, and Patrolman Liva Harris, while these measures affected Aziz Zenepi, Joseph Sherman, and Charles Walcott. 5 others received 6 month suspensions. The LNP also confirmed that exonerations were granted in some absentee cases, while temporary dispensations were issued for pregnancies, breastfeedings, and medical conditions. 2 officers, Dennis Bress and Bolly Joseph, were reported deceased. Meanwhile, Clark reaffirmed that all officers must adhere to LNP policy or face further administrative measures. The Ministry of Health has received 7,000 reading glasses from the on-site Esoloteca Foundations for the board's access to basic vision care across Liberia. Country Director Alison Pegas said the donations will improve lives by addressing the nation's growing vision health needs. Assistant Minister Dr. Carlos Howard thanks the Foundation for its continuing partnership in strengthening Liberia's preventive health program. She noted the donations support the Ministry Public Awareness campaign on avoidable vision impairment, Ahead of the Warsack Day this month, the reading glasses will be distributed through community health programs targeting underserved populations with limited access to affordable eye care. Councillor Fonati Kofa has revealed details about the CDC new headquarters, funding sources sparking political debate across the country. He disclosed that 52% of donors are CDC members, 18% Unity Party supporters, 10 independent, 10% other opposition members, and 10 remained anonymous. Public reactions are mixed. Some see unity across political lines, while others question motivates and transparency beyond the surprising cross. Financial support. Kofa boldly stated 18% of contributors are from the ruling Unity Party. If you want names, meet me in room 126. Meanwhile, CDC has set October 18, 2025 for its new headquarters, groundbreaking opposite Greater Refuge Church, marking significant milestones in the party's growth. The new leadership is expected to advance the government arrest agenda, fostering inclusive development and sustainable economic growth through innovative tourism initiatives across Liberia's unique landscape. President Joseph Boakai is urging people of Lofa County to unite and restore the county's lost glory as Liberia's historic breadbasket. Delivering the president's message, Deputy Minister Anthony Kesali said Boakai values peace, reconciliation, and cooperation as key ingredients for national progress and sustainable development across Liberia. The president envoy spoke at the Federations of Lofa Associations in the Americas inaugural board held in Columbus, emphasizing unity and collective growth. Boakai pledged full support for diasporal initiatives that directly improve the welfare of Lothians and contribute to rebuilding the county's economic and agricultural strength. He reaffirmed that harmony, accountability, and inclusivity remain central to his administration vision for national recovery, stability, and prosperity for all Liberians. The Central Bank of Liberia has ordered that all government's revenues collections and payment be routed through the National Electronic Payment Switch and Inclusive Instant Payment System. Effective October 27, 2025, all governmental person payments, including salaries, pensions, and social benefits, must go through the electronic platform. The bank says beginning December 1st, all revenue collections via mobile money such as taxes, fees, and levies must also be processed through the system. According to CBL, the move will promote transparency, strengthen financial management, and ensure faster, more efficient payment across the public sector. The central bank warned that failure to comply with the directive will lead to regulatory action as required by law. Former Justice Minister Musa Dean has denied involvement in a disputed diamond sale, saying the transactions were solely handled by the Ministry of Mines and Energy. Dean told the News his legal advice was ignored, stressing that the deal was privately managed and now supervised by the Ministry of Justice. He clarified that justice never seized or approved the diamond transaction, rejecting claims of ministry involvement in the controversial sale. Dean accused Councillor Selman Seifers of distorting facts, saying his statements misrepresent historical interactions surrounding the issues. Amid growing scrutiny of Liberia's mineral sectors, Dean called for transparency, truth, and institutional accountability as investigations into the case continue. Several doctors and nurses at ERW Hospital have staged peaceful protests demanding the payment of what they describe as long overdue benefits. The protesters said the hospital has failed to address their arrears despite multiple internal discussions with management. They further alleged that deductions made from their salaries through NASCARs have not been properly remitted. Meanwhile, the aggrieved health workers cited salary delays, lack of transportation, poor ambulance services, and unsafe working conditions among their major concerns. The group is calling on hospital authorities and relevant government institutions to intervene and ensure their welfare is prioritized. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency says it has investigated and forwarded to court a 45-year-old woman accused of possessing a large quantity of tramadol. According to LD, the suspect allegedly concealed the drug inside gallons of red oil, but officers uncovered them during a routine vehicle inspections. During questioning, the suspect identified as Emon Boyard reportedly admitted ownership of the gallons containing the substances. The RDA said the arrest comes as part of its ongoing efforts to dismantle drug networks and intensify the fight against trafficking across Liberia. Meanwhile, the agency reaffirmed its commitment to enforcing drug laws and ensuring that perpetrators face justice.
This is a reminder that you are listening to Fuka News World, 30 minutes of news presentation covering development from Liberia, Africa, and our own world. Let's bring you a recap of major stories we are closely following. President Joseph Boakai donates fleet to LDA, reinforces national war on drug. Foreign Ministry workers defend Minister Yanti, health reforms and staff empowerment. Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency arrests 70-year-old woman in West Point drug bills worth over 1 million Liberian dollars. Health Ministry receives 7,000 reading glasses to improve nationwide vision care. And away from Liberia, Israeli President thanks Trump for the incredible efforts to release hostages from Gaza. We'll take a short break. Upon our return, we bring you the actual voices of those making the news. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us on this presentation. Bone County District 5 Representative Eugene Colley says plans are on the way to introduce bills aimed at improving court operation and justice delivery across Liberia. Speaking at the Bone County Trial Judges Association retreat, he highlighted the legislature commitment to judicial reform and collaboration. Colley noted that increased budgetary support is being considered to strengthen efficiency, accountability, and the rule of law within Liberia's courts. Bone County District 5 Representative Eugene Colley there speaking. Alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Cumming says his party is committed to reducing inequality in Liberia. Speaking, Cummings highlighted the need for leaders who can create jobs, improve health care, and expand education access. Cummings urged partisans to actively campaign, stressing that political power must be earned through hard work. voice of Alexander Cummings, political leader of the Alternative National Congress. New Georgia Township Commissioner Paige Bendit is encouraging recent graduates of the William Gabriel Bulle High School to stay focused in pursuing higher education. Speaking at the school 13th graduation ceremony, Commissioner Bendit shared how persistent helped her complete her studies despite challenges. She also commended parents and guardians for their sacrifices in supporting the children's education. The voice of Commissioner Paige Bendit, New Georgia Township. Let's bring you this development now. Nema County Representative Musability vows that no political rival will outshine his team ahead of the 2029 election. Bellite spoke over the weekend, highlighting development record challenging Senator Maury to match his efforts and cited the $800 million allocated for county projects in 2024. Bellite stressed Bone County is not a personal find, reaffirming his commitment to leadership and progress. The voice of CMC political leader Musa Hassan Belati there speaking to residents in Bone County. This is a reminder that you are listening to Focal News World, 30 minutes of news development highlighting key stories from Liberia, Africa, within our one war. A recap of major stories we are closely following. President Joseph Boakai Dunde's plea to Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, reinforcing national watch on drug. Foreign Ministry workers defend Minister Yanti hail reforms and staff empowerment. LDA arrests 70-year-old woman in West Point drug barrels worth over $1 million Liberian dollars. Liberia Health Ministry receives 7,000 reading glasses that improve nationwide vision care. In the way from Liberia, Asia leads President Ten Strong for the incredible efforts to release hostages from Gaza. Let's walk over now to Musa Sherif to fill us in with our international news.
Israeli President Herzog conveyed his gratitude to U.S. President Donald Trump for his incredible efforts to bring peace to the Middle East on Tuesday, exactly 2 years after the Hamas-led October 7, 2023 attacks into southeastern Israel. The Israeli president commemorated allies and extended special thanks to his U.S. counterpart. I pray for the success of his effort and the success of the negotiating team, Herzog says in a post on X. Israeli, Palestinian, Qatars, and U.S. officials are all set to convene for ongoing negotiations to end Israel wars in Gaza and release the hostages held by Hamas in the enclave.
This is how we come to the end of our newscast. But before leaving you, a recap of major stories we are closely following. President Joseph Boakai done his fleet. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency reinforcing national war on drug. Foreign Ministry workers define Minister Yanti. Health reforms and staff empowerment. Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency arrests 70-year-old woman in West Point. Drug ball worth over $1 million Liberian dollar. Health Ministry receives 7,000 reading glasses to improve nationwide vision care. And away from Liberia, Israeli President thanked Trump for the incredible efforts to release hostages from Gaza. Musa Sherif brought to you the news bulletin. Maurice has controlled and coordinated all of our sign. On behalf of our entire news crew, I present him. My name is Lyndon Towa. Good morning.